Hi guys, welcome to Multiverse. Today we are going to play with our Reverse Flash character. And this week it's Flash Week, so I thought, why not go with our evil Flash villain. I'm not going to use Flash characters throughout the whole week, but today why not do it? So just give me 1 second to finish setting things up on my end, and we should be good to go. Hello, Caleb. So as you can see, we're wearing most of our speed metal set of gear. And I've crafted some of the enhanced pieces of gear for this little guy. But I mixed it match with basically the Speed Force belt and the Black Flash helmet. I thought that the Black Flash helmet looked better. And of course, this week, from what I understand, there is a big sale in the marketplace for Flash items. So if you want to have the Flash cowl, this week is a good opportunity to buy it. And also, there's been a bit of confusion about some of the base items. Basically, some people thought maybe this was like a Flash base or something. The base itself has nothing to do with Flash. Only the base items actually have to do with Flash. So when you buy, let's say, the Flash pack with all the Flash base items, you get this awesome cosmic treadmill. You get the few panels over there. You get like a lamppost like this one. You get like a light like what you see on the ceiling. We have those monitors here. Sorry, I was reading the chat for half a second. Even that little post here. There's a few Flash-based items that I did not put in this base that I gave actually to my Flash character. I thought it was a bit weird to use the actual Flash emblem. I hope that someday we'll have maybe a Reverse Flash emblem that we can put in our base. No, I did not craft the helmet. This is just the black. Let's use. This is just the black Flash helmet. So all I did was color it red. The only thing I crafted was the name will come to me. The speed metal chest piece, the speed metal hands, the speed metal pants, and the speed metal boots. These are the only thing I crafted. In order to get you can see like the shiny effects on the stuff I crafted. Hello, Mythical Edits. Glad to see you. And yeah, this week, if you want to upgrade your artifacts, we should. Normally, you're supposed to get double XP for your artifacts if you upgrade them. If you look, like you can see, XP 100%, XP plus 100%. So we should be able to get extra experience when we upgrade our artifact this week. There are some people who did seem to say that the Speedster call, you have to go to the marketplace. Well, let me switch just to be sure. Like this here is the Speedster call. Obviously, it's a Flash call, but it works well enough also for characters like the Reverse Flash. If you go to the marketplace, someday it'll open. You have to purchase it from the marketplace. Right now, it's one of the featured items. Obviously, since I've already bought it, I can't show you the price because, oh, actually it does show the price. So it seems to be 473 market cash, which seems to be much cheaper than usual. So roughly, I suppose if you're not a legendary player, it'll be $5. It's only for the head. Only the headpiece is the Speedster Call. So all you're getting is the head of our little Flash type character. And if you guys want the Black Flash, I made a video about the Black Flash cowl. So you have to gather like 12 collections in order to be able to get the Black Flash cowl. I made a video about that, so if you guys want to have that cowl, look through my videos for Black Flash or Black Flash cowl, and you should be able to find out how to get the Black Flash cowl. I'm using it instead of the speed metal cowl because I just like it better than the speed metal one. It become pretty much an embarrassment of riches. And once you have a whole bunch of cool looking style for your character, it can get sometimes a little tricky to decide which one to use because there's so many that are actually really good. And before we get started, let's do the vault with our little friend. And if I have the option, usually I'll try to do the vault with dual pistols. It's pretty much the easiest, fastest way to actually complete the vault. Yeah, I do have the Johnny Quick. That's what I meant by embarrassment of riches. So that should be it. That's what I meant by embarrassment of riches. Like basically, I wanted to have like a Black Flash look. I wanted to have the classic Reverse Flash look. Obviously, I made a look inspired by the TV show, so I wanted to have that. So, although I could probably change it, this one, I don't. I kind of it does clip it a little bit around the neck. Although to solve that issue, I could try and change another. I could try to use another chest piece. And I do have a Johnny Quick costume. Let's take a look. I forget what it's actually called. Quick suit, I think. Oh, there we go. Enhanced quick suit. Professor Zoom, of course. I already have the back piece. So that seems to be it. Oh, the gloves. So I guess I could have a quick suit armory, but that would mean giving up one of my other armories. I toyed with the idea of having. Let's give it a try. And this being the reverse flash, I toyed with the idea for half a second of maybe having like a uh, reverse Johnny Quick style. I'm not sure what. Oh, there we go. So I guess I could have a reverse Johnny Quick style as an armory. I don't have the full Gotham style. I don't think I have the full Gotham style with any character. So the enhanced Johnny Quick suit, well, it looks really nice. But again, it's what I meant by embarrassment of riches. Like if I take the suit, which one do I replace? Do I replace my awesome Black Flash? Do I replace my Speed Metal? Do I replace my Eobard Thawne? I guess I could replace this one for now. So what are we going to do today? I've made a video about the Flash, the Kid Flash, Wally West. Oh, you mean the Flash? I made a couple of Flash videos at some point. I'm pretty sure I had the Wally West Flash in there somewhere. Yeah, the Johnny Quick does have a weird head shape, like the cone heads. This is an evil villain. As you can see by being in the Hall of Doom. That's the quick style. That's the quick suit style. I'm not sure if it's the enhanced version or not. Oh, yeah, it is the enhanced. That's the enhanced quick suit. I'm not sure what's the difference between the enhanced version and the regular version. I didn't really pay attention, I have to admit. Oh, hey, yo, JD. Zoom X8. Let's give it a try. No, the Flash DLC doesn't come with a Flash suit. The Flash DLC comes with a handful of missions. I forget which ones. There's a few missions that come from the Flash DLC, like the flashback missions. You gain access to Central City, so you have a whole bunch of missions in Central City. And I'm not sure what else you actually get from the Flash mission. It's been a while, so I kind of forget. I'm on the US PlayStation server. Oh yeah, it's available for heroes and villains. Basically, it comes from. Let me show you. There's two ways to get it. You can get it if you're a legendary player. When you're a legendary player, you get those little drops at the end of the mission that gives you some extra stuff. You can also buy it from the broker, or you can buy it from. Is there one that's closest? Never mind. If you go to Earth 3, I forget where the Earth 3 portal is here. Oh, there it is. If you go to Earth 3, there's this little vendor that should be able to give you to sell you the style. So there's multiple ways to get the style. Get it from the broker for the enhanced version. For the regular version, you can get it. I might as well take this. For the regular version, you can get it from that little vendor over here. So you can see he sells what is known as the Swift Suit or Speed Demon. I'm not sure why they have both names. But anyway, so the Speed Demon suit is the very same suit that I'm wearing, but this is the regular version. What I'm wearing right now is the enhanced version. Again, you can get the enhanced version from the broker. Let's take a quick look at the broker. I forget the actual name. I think it's... Oh, there's a bit of lag. There we go. Oh, there we go. So if you look for the Speed Demon style, so the Speed Demon style is the very style that I'm wearing right now. And what you can buy on the broker is the enhanced version. What you can buy on Earth 3 is the regular version. So depending on if you're a free-to-play player or not. If you're a free-to-play player, obviously you're going to want to buy it from the Earth 3, the regular version. If you can have access to the broker, you're going to buy it from the broker. The reason for that is that if you go into the map when you're not combat rating 207, like right now my character is combat rating 100, and if you go to the map and you're not combat rating 207, you don't get access to everything.
Soon I will be reunited with my love, Nora. If you help me acquire that which I need to improve my...
But you still get access, as I mentioned, to the regular version of the quick suit style, and a few other things that I failed to recall. Let's see if our friend Zoom wants to play the seasonal. No, I don't play Fortnite. I've downloaded it. I should give it a try at some point, but I didn't get the chance to try it yet. There's people who keep on inviting me and inviting me and inviting me to play Fortnite. I haven't done so yet. I should do it. I should try it at some point. Well, you can switch servers from you can switch from the PvE server to the PvP server. That's about as far as it goes in terms of switching servers. Well, good luck, Costas. I hear. Oh, there it is. I'll try to give it a try at some point. I just didn't get the chance. Like, there's also Batman by Telltale Game that I didn't get the chance to play just yet. I've downloaded it for free quite some time ago, and I just couldn't find the time to give it a try. So there's a few games that I've been meaning to try out. I just couldn't find the time. At the beginning of the game, you can't. You have to be, I think you have to be level 9 or something like that before you gain access to the Hall of Doom. So if you don't have access to the Hall of Doom, just go up a bit in level. And you should be, eventually you will get access to the Hall of Doom. You're level 10. Well, there is a specific mission you have to complete before you gain access to the Hall of Doom. I guess it was level 10, but maybe you have to be a higher level than that.
Greetings. I'm Mara, Queen of Atlantis.
So as you guys can see, I try to play the Mara mission at least once a day with a different character. She gives you a little message in a bottle, usually with a little collection.
Now on this special day, we are apart.
There's a mission that you have to play, one of your mentor mission early on. And then once you manage to play that mission, then you gain access to the Hall of Doom. So I guess maybe you play that mission at it used to be level 9, I think, but it could be that since there was a lot of changes, now you have to be maybe level 14 or something before you gain access to the Hall of Doom. But basically, just play the missions in your journal, and before long you will gain access to the Hall of Doom. That is, if you're an evil villain. If you're a hero, then you're going to gain access to the Watchtower, obviously.
I remember the first time Mara tried surface food. We drove to a small diner close to my family's lighthouse. Since I was a kid, the clam chowder there was always a comfort to me. I thought I would share it with her. The look on her face after the first spoonful was priceless. Poseidon's beard, Arthur, do these surface dwellers eat?
I can remember the first time Arthur offered.
How do you get money quick? By playing the broker. That's the fastest way you can get money. There are items that if you can sell items to the vendors. But obviously, there are a lot of items that you can sell to the vendors that you will be able to sell for much more money if you use a broker. Let's highlight the map. There we go. The collections for Mara are everywhere. I'll try to show you if I can. Technically, the collections for Mara are everywhere. Whenever you gather a collection in the open world, you have a chance to also get a collection for Mara. But of course, yeah, in certain missions, you will get those collections as well. If you play the 4-player missions, you have a chance to get those collections as well. So there's a few ways to get those collections. But roughly speaking, whenever you gather a collection, odds are you have a chance to, in addition to the regular collection that you should get, there's a chance also for you to get a collection for Mara. I'm not sure if I skipped one of the little seahorse.
The crystal's power is too strong for Unearther. Protect the crystal with your lives.
Usually you get rewards through mail. I forget what that mission actually give you. And sometimes it can take a while, like, oh, here's an example. So usually when you gather a collection, you'll get the regular collection, but you also have a chance to get one of the Mara collection. So we should have at least one. So you see we got the regular collection, and we got the Ocean's Call perfume, which is a seasonal collection. So if you want to have the collections for the seasonal, just gather any collection you see. But there's also collections that you get again from. There's also collections you get from the 4-player mission. There's collections you get from various other stuff. So there's not one way to get the collections.
Mara liked playing the part of a surface world superhero even less than I did. But Poseidon knows she tried to fit in, for my benefit, if nothing else. While her time as Aquawoman didn't resonate...
No, the Seahorse mission is a once in a lifetime. So once you do it with one of your character, you can no longer do it with that character. So So you can do it basically once for each character you have on your account. So if you're like me and you have a lot of characters, you're going to be able to play that mission quite a lot. By the end of the event, if I do the mission with all my characters, I should be able to like plaster a wall with that little Aquaman and Mara statue. I guess we'll see how it works out.
Be it Atlantean, Drylander, or Amazon alike, then Poseidon have mercy on them. They should sooner try to drink the seas than test the depths of my rage.
For the boss's old lady.
Fight them off! Keep them away!
That's alright.
We will protect the crystal with our lives.
Hello, Voltage. I'm doing good. Oh, there we go. Technically, yeah, you can play it 32 times. I guess you could play it more if you decide, let's take a look at our friends. Let's switch to... Oh, no, I should have switched to DPS Red. Let's try again.
Quickly, the Star Sapphires have come to reclaim their crystals.
I feel for your loss, Victor. But those crystals are not meant for you. It's far too dangerous.
You're going to regret ever coming in here.
Yeah, we saw that some time ago. Someone leaked it at some
Let
point.
me show you my progress.
Hurry, dismantle his equipment.
Yeah, you can do a pretty good Mr. Freeze, I think. Only the head doesn't really look like Mr. Freeze when you do that. Not sure why I cannot lock on this here. Oh, never mind.
They've destroyed my technology.
I'll show you in just a minute. I'll have to go to the Hall of Doom in order to be able to show you.
You might have won this fight, but I will get more crystals and rebuild. I will bring Nora back.
So when you play the 4-player mission, as you saw, you get you have a chance to get some rewards. We didn't get collections, but we got like a new emblem. There's these emblems that they've added, like Letterman, letter R, or there's also numbers that they've added. So these are emblems that you can get as a reward playing this mission. From what I understand, those emblems give nothing other than new emblems to your character. I've collected them all on one character and that didn't really do anything. You can't really change the colors of the electricity for your character. You can tweak them a bit. It's some of the electricity effect is sort of linked to the colors you have with your character. Like usually it is linked to the first color, if I'm not mistaken, of your character, which is why you see a lot of yellow in mine. So that's as far as you can sort of kind of tweak the colors if you want to.
For years, as a superhero, I was surrounded by individuals who are the pinnacle of physical perfection. They are modern gods, adored, idolized, and even desired by everyone around them. Relationships can be capricious under normal circumstances without such temptation.
I should have known it was there.
Any relationship, as long as ours, is bound to have trials and tribulations. As Mira always says, an untested love is a fragile love.
Oh, who knows? Maybe someday they'll change it.
Tell each other we both have faults. We are both proud and passionate people.
I forgot
We
one.
have hurt each other.
Any relationship that lasts as long as ours is bound to have trials and tribulations.
I heard
Arthur and
something.
I are no strangers to this. But it is not our mistakes that define us. We have weathered storms and rode waves miles high and have come through stronger for this. Never forget, an untested love is fragile.
I lost track of. Ah, that was it. Okay. So we're done with this here. Well, let's see if our friend. Well, we'll do that after. So let's go to the Hall of Doom. I'll show you the Mr. Freeze, and then we'll try to maybe play another mission. Ah, I forgot the Seahorse. Too many things at once, that's what happens. We'll get back to the Seahorse after. You want a new power with super speed? Well, technically every powers can have super speed. So for those who were asking about the Mr. Freeze, if I recall correctly, it should be here. There is technically an official set of gear inspired by Mr. Freeze. It's not 100% accurate, but it's close enough. But I probably could make a better version. But technically here we have the Mr. Freeze inspired set of gear. Doesn't exactly look like it, but it's as close as we have right now. But I'll see what I can do about possibly coming up with a Mr. Freeze style. But again, even if you try to reproduce Mr. Freeze, you pretty much have to use this head here. And there's no way you can have a headpiece with like the transparent helmet here. Sadly, that's not really an option. Yeah, I know what you mean, but technically every power can be super speed. Well, the only thing you can really change, let me show you. Like the colors you use here sometimes should influence the color of your character. Let's try blue. It'll make a bit more sense. So you can see that's pretty much how you can change the color behind your character. But the electricity itself remains yellow. The only thing that you can change is the sort of trail behind your character. That's what you can change. But the electricity itself, it's stuck to yellow. There's nothing really you can do to change that. So let's see if our friend Zoom is up to playing a mission. So no, the electricity itself cannot change. Yeah, I'll probably try and make a drowned video at some point.
Excellent. Mr. Luther said to expect some specialists on the scene.
Technically, I'm toying with making a whole bunch of the Batman Dark Knight's Metal characters. I've made a couple already. Like I had made the Red Death before we even got the Speed Demon, the Speed Metal set of gear. This little guy hit harder than I remember. Prometheum loot boxes. There's no real tip. You have to be logged in for a certain amount of time before you can actually. Where's our friend Zoom? Oh yeah, the Bat Trail is pretty awesome. It gives us pretty much a sneak preview of what it could be if we ever had a Batman aura or a Bat aura. I'm not sure how long I'll stay. I have a few errands to do tonight, so I may not stay that long tonight. We'll see. I'm not sure what our friend is doing here. Let's wait for him to be ready. And let's not. I guess I'm a bit impatient today.
Down, damn it.
What might we get on Batman Day? It's hard to tell. Batman Day is still many months away. The round Batman emblem would be awesome. I'm one of those who've been asking for it for quite some time. Well, the blue and gray, we can pretty much tweak it on our end if we want to. But the emblem, I guess we can use the. Ironically enough, the drowned emblem is pretty useful to recreate some sort of Batman emblem. I'd be surprised if we ever get every emblem from DC. I'm sure there's some emblems like Ambush Bug that we'll never have. But then again, sometimes the devs can find a way to surprise us, so you never know. There's a whole bunch of Batman-based items that would be nice to have. Although they did give us quite a few. We can't really complain on that front. Sure, it would be nice if they give us more. Well, we do have Red Hood gear, but you mean as a decoration for the lair? Yeah, that could be. I wish we would get the Legion of Superheroes. I love those guys. It's one of the things I was really happy about with the Supergirl season so far, is that it seems we will get the Legion of Superheroes. We had the hints or Easter eggs before, but this year they've really started to actually show us the Legion of Superheroes. So for that alone, I was really happy. So normally when he does his big attack, you should hide behind the rocks. But I guess we're being lazy today.
Good. Cleaned up the rift.
As Robin NPC, well, you can recreate a pretty good.
Who or what is in that ship?
You can recreate a pretty good version of Robin. So I can easily imagine people recreating Robin. The Mother storyline, well, the Court of Owls was a pretty popular. It's one of the rare things that was really popular in the New 52 that had any sort of impact. So I wouldn't be surprised if at some point we do see some Courts of Owl storyline in DC Universe Online. We saw the Courts of Owl in pop up in Gotham. We saw Courts of Owl and they've made an animated movie about that. So I wouldn't be surprised if we do get. I think that's going to be it after this tiny rake. I'm a little pressed for time today. So maybe next time. Let's wait for our friend Zoom. Oh, there he is.
Whoever is in my office got past all of my security measures, including the retinal scanners. They're going to regret that. Really? Lead-lined wall slats? And you want me to believe...
You mean the actual model? I don't think that really happens. Although maybe the once in a while, yeah, we do see Robin in the game.
All right, mystery man, we're here. Who the hell are you? Good afternoon, Lex. And I assume this is Superman, correct?
It's uncanny. He looks just like you.
And you sound just like him. Forgive me. I'm Alexander Luthor. And while my hijacking of this office may seem like a threat to you, I assure you, I have much more dire things. Enough, you loquacious twit!
From the Superman celebration, if they just give us a new Superman emblem, like if they were to give us like the emblem that Superman has right now, I'd be a happy guy. That's all I really ask. If they go one step further and give us the cape that Superman has right now, even better. But at the very least, if they can give us a really nice Superman emblem, that's all I really ask for. Well, they're going to do their own version of the death of Superman during the celebration. So we already know that we're going to see something about the death of Superman, at least for about a month. Like they've teased that there's going to be an even more beastly version of Doomsday. Not sure if we'll get the black suit. The dev seems to prefer, let's say, to use the latest version of certain costumes, and the black suit is pretty dated by now, so I would be really surprised to see them use that. Although there was a black version in the new 52 that I kind of recreated with my Superman character. I'll show it in just a bit. Yeah, having a statue of our characters would be awesome. Either that or having armories we can put in the league hall just to show our characters. You can get it from the broker. It was pretty cheap last I checked on the broker. Or you can get it with Paradox time capsules.
I am not your
Let's go for the flat screen.
You must listen. I come from another world, another Earth, similar to yours, but ruled by tyranny. My Earth.
Anything Watchmen could be cool, especially now that they've pretty much made it so that Watchmen is part of the multiverse, in terms of the DC multiverse.
I'm here because an immensely powerful group of super beings called the Crime Syndicate has seized control of my world and made violence.
Well, I'm under the impression, Jeffrey, that that's what they're going to do during the celebration. They're going to retell their own way, their own version in this universe online of the death and return of Superman. So I suspect we should see something like related to that. But I could be mistaken. Maybe it'll just be a collection and that's it. I have no idea.
Even if he has the face of our enemy, there are billions of lives at stake. I could use the lasso to compel him.
Well, we know there's some gear coming up for the Deluge DLC that's inspired by Mera and Aquaman. For Superman, they did mention that there would be gear and styles for the celebration. So I suspect there will be at least one Superman-inspired set of gear for the celebration. Maybe it'll be also a time capsule with some Superman-inspired gear. For that, we're gonna have to wait and see what they actually end up doing. But in the future, in terms of gear, yeah, we know that there is a Mera set of gear that's coming up. There is a Black Manta set of gear that's coming up, and there is a Swift, I forget, Swift suit or something like that set of gear that's coming up. So we do know that there are a few sets of gear coming up soon. At the very least, soon when the Deluge DLC will go live. The Watchmen version of DC Universe Online could be fun.
I suggest we split up. You two follow me to the fortress. It is the main source of corruption. Suspect spotted.
I'm not sure if there's some Aquaman gear coming up. Although technically we have a set of gear inspired by Aquaman in the game already, but yeah, it's not really Aquaman. The best way to recreate Aquaman, I'll show you at the end of the stream. Stick around until the end of the stream, and I'll try to show my Aquaman inspired character. Oh, our friend Zoom went down. Night Owl could be cool. Having a Night Owl set of gear, or a Rorschach, or a... Well, I was going to say Dr. Manhattan, but technically we can already recreate Dr. Manhattan, so... But yeah, there's some Watchmen-inspired gear that could be fun to have.
We're gonna need an advance on your protection.
Oh yeah, I will make a live stream for the 80th anniversary of Superman. You can be sure of that. I'll probably make more than one, but I'll make at least one. The Rorschach mask would be good. The Rorschach mask is one of the things that's really hard to recreate in DC Universe Online right now, which is why you can't really recreate. Like, you can already recreate a pretty good version of Rorschach if you want to. The problem is the mask. There's nothing really that can recreate the mask that Rorschach uses. So that's a bit that's probably the biggest issue in trying to recreate Rorschach. Actually, the movie was really darn close to the comics, so to me they're pretty much one and the same. I play on PS4, but I'm almost after this mission I'm going to stop. So sorry, One Wolf. Maybe next time. I do live stream usually from Monday to Friday at 5. So if you try again Monday at 5, we should be able to do something. I had to say no to Tiny Rick also because I'm a big bad meanie. But try again Monday, and Monday if you guys like, we could put a group together and play a handful of missions. That could be fun. Yeah, there's a Watchmen TV show coming soon on HBO, but the showrunner is Damon Lindelof, and I'm really not a fan of what he does. So I'm really let's just say that I'm hoping it's going to be good, but my hopes aren't very high right now. We're doing the Visitor mission. It's a 2-mission player that you can play that comes from the Earth 3 DLC.
I'm bringing you to justice.
And we're doing the event version of the mission. So anyone who has a level 10 character can actually play this version of the mission. Oh, the TV show will happen. It's not unless something bad happens, like the studio shuts down or something. There's no reason why the TV show should not happen. Yeah, there's always the possibility that something will go wrong. It happens. But from what we know so far, the show seems to be on track, and it will happen.
That's your one free shot.
The only concern is that how good it will be. And also, how faithful will it be to the comics? Like, I'm sure there's a lot of people who complain about the Watchmen movie because it's too faithful to the comics, or so some people seems to think. And it is faithful, but in sometimes the wrong way, if it makes any sense. Well, let's go for the pants. So those of you who were asking about the quick suit earlier on, like the Johnny Quick inspired suit, sometimes in those little boxes here, if you're a legendary player in Earth 3, you get those little treasure boxes, and sometimes in those treasure boxes you will get a piece of gear from a style from Johnny Quick. See, right now we got the belt from Johnny Quick. So that's one of the ways that I mentioned how you can get the Johnny Quick style. So either you get it from those little boxes, either you can buy it from the broker, or either you can buy the regular version of the Johnny Quick suit from the Earth 3 vendor. I hope not. The Watchmen works because it's a period piece. Watchmen should happen in 1985. So hopefully they won't do it, turn it into a modern show. So before I leave, let me show you my... hello, Gabriel. Yeah, I did redeem the Flash 2018 suit. I even made a video about it. And let's go see our Aquaman. Before I leave, I will show Aquaman, and I will show a black suit Superman that I made. And that will be the end of the stream for today. So let's see, where's my Aquaman? And I'll show off his base also at the same time, because why not? Yeah, they did a good job with the flash suit. They're ever since at least Batman Beyond, maybe even a bit before that, they've been doing a really good job with those sets of gear, with those suits. So this is pretty much I guess the best way to recreate Aquaman in this universe online. There is an official Aquaman set of gear that you can get from the Watchtower, which looks nothing like Aquaman. So, although right now I should probably have the Aquaman belt. So if I can just get the Aquaman belt with this style, that'll be as good as you can get in recreating Aquaman in this universe online. Of course, you need the Aquaman emblem that we got last summer. And as you can see, I have a few Aquaman-related base items. I'll probably have too many of that statue by the end of the event, but we'll see. And of course, there's the awesome Aquaman statue that we got not too long ago. Honestly, I haven't seen what the chrome material looks like, so I have no idea if it looks cool or not. Obviously, I had to give my Aquaman character the big version of the statue.
Mara, my love, no matter how far away I travel or how many leagues of sea might separate us, I will always remember and cherish the promises we made on the day we were married. Even now, after years long past,
thank you, Jeffrey.
I can recall every word of our wedding vows.
Yeah, I guess you could do the version from tattoos with using the tattoos, although it's pretty limited the kind of tattoos we can have. But yeah, I suppose we could have a tattoo version that matches with the movie version. Personally, I'm an old guy who likes the classic stuff. So to me, I much prefer, even though yes, the classic Aquaman is the guy who ends up in all the jokes about the guy who talks to fish, and I'm sure I made that joke at least a few times. But to me, this is Aquaman. I understand that they're trying to make Aquaman more modern with that version over there to the right. I understand they're trying to get like a new audience to appreciate Aquaman. But in the end, at the end of the day, when you change a character so much that you no longer recognize him, is it still the same character? Like is it still Aquaman? I remember when we first saw Jason Momoa, a lot of people thought he would have made a much better Lobo. Like this is more Lobo than Aquaman. But what can you do? Someone thought it would be a good idea to reinvent Aquaman as some sort of barbarian of the sea or something. It happens. And last but not least, let's take a quick look at our black suit Superman. Yeah, when I get the chance, I'll try to make maybe an Aquaman video with a few styles. We'll see. Oh, here's our... Oh, and it's even already there. They would have to add that in as one of the styles. You should probably suggest that to Maps. But I suspect one day during either the summer seasonal or something like that, they'll give us the harpoon hand for Aquaman, or maybe not. So this is a pretty nice version, I thought, of Superman. I saw this statue online where we had basically it was the new 52 Superman, but with a different color scheme. And instead of blue, yellow, and red, it was actually black, white, and red. And I thought it was a pretty neat looking style. And also black in this universe online looks really, really sweet, especially on certain styles. And the Stalwart Defender style is one of those style that looks really good in black. So I thought that this was too good a look not to use for my Superman character. So if they were to use a black suit Superman, I would suspect they would use something like that, seeing the type of styles that the devs seems to go for. But I understand that some people would like to see the black suit Superman that Superman was using during the Death and Return of Superman storyline. That could happen, but I don't see that happening. But I hope to be wrong. I hope they'll prove me wrong and that we'll have that suit. And there's also the black suit that we got in the Justice League movie, well, that we should have gotten in the Justice League movie, and then they decided to go away from that. I remember we had seen some pictures, like eons ago, Henry Cavill had posted some pictures of that suit, and holy crap, it did look really good. As say what you will about the Justice League movie, but at least that costume did look really good. Although the way they ended up doing the color timing and the way they ended up doing the lighting, some of the costumes really looked off, especially Superman. Like the way they made the Superman suit, the suit has all this padding, and also the suit is almost see-through, so you see all the padding through the suit somehow. And I guess when they did that, they expected the movie to be much darker, to be for the color palette to be much darker, and also for the lighting to be much darker. But when you change the lighting, it's pretty obvious that holy crap, you can see all the paddings and the costume didn't look really good. Yeah, I guess with the corrupted aura, it could be a nice style. My favorite superhero has to be the Batman. I love a whole bunch of heroes, but I guess Batman is. In this game, the Flash is Barry. Originally, it was supposed to be Wally, which is why I understand your question. The way the Flash acts in the game, he acts a lot like Wally, because originally the Flash was supposed to be Wally. It's even, and also you can even see the costume. They're using basically Wally's costume. I know the distinction is very slight. The only real distinction between Barry and Wally is the belt, but it's a big enough distinction. So originally, the Flash we have in DC Universe Online was supposed to be a Wally, but it's one of the few demands that that DC made on DC Universe Online when they started making the game is that the Flash had to be Barry. I think at the time they were already planning to have a Flash rebirth and bring Flash in the comics, or maybe they even had brought him back already. So they were already setting up the Flash to be back to being Barry. So one of the few requests they made to DC Universe Online was to make sure that the Flash was Barry. So they pretty much kept the Flash as he was, just changed the name from Wally to Barry, and which is why he pretty much acts like Wally, but in reality he is Barry. Did they release a new clip, Jeffrey? Because I know we saw a clip from Superman with the black suit some time ago. I guess I'm gonna have to take a look. No, I mentioned my favorite superhero is Batman. Okay, I'll go take a look at Jeffrey for the black suit Superman. I would love to say yes, Golden Gun. I would love to say that it is coming. And I strongly suspect that it is. I believe that there's no way we're going to go through the 80th anniversary of Superman, and there's no way they're not going to give us a new Superman emblem. They have to. But the truth is, we don't really know. It's quite possible that we could go through the 80th anniversary of Superman and still not get an emblem. I strongly believe that we will get an emblem, but the truth is, we're gonna have to wait and see for the 80th anniversary event to know for sure. Sure, Gabriel. I could invite you to my league. Let me know next time when I log in. Just say or send me a tell for your character. Yeah, Rusty, you can join. Anyone is willing. Anyone who wants to join my league, you guys are more than welcome. I warn you, it's pretty much a league of me and just a few people who joined not too long ago. So we're not a big league. We're not organized at all. It's pretty much everyone does their own thing, and everyone has access to the league hall. It's pretty much. Okay, Jeffrey, I'll go take a look. Thanks for the tip. So that's going to be it for now, guys. I guess I'm dying now to go see the clip that Jeffrey's telling us about. So I'm not sure if they messed up, Zach. That could be a long video by itself. So that's going to be it for now, guys. So Monday we'll probably have our next live streaming. I usually don't do live streaming during the weekend, so if you guys want to see me live, I guess you're gonna have to wait until Monday. Although once in a while, if there's a special occasion, I could decide to do a stream. Although I have a whole bunch of videos that I'm dying to make, and a whole bunch of videos that I should have made this week that I didn't make. So I'll try to make at least a few of those this weekend. We'll see how it works out. So that's going to be it for now, guys. So as always, thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.